Come with me from Phoenix to Bangkok through STARLUX. Flying from Phoenix to Bangkok usually means a long journey and at least one connection. For this trip, I paid only $510 to fly with STARLUX Airlines, connecting through Taipei before continuing to Thailand. But I also paid another $160 for what I thought would be a better window seat with extra legroom. And that decision didn't go exactly as planned. In this video, I'll show you the entire journey, review the seats, food, and service, explain the Taipei transfer process, and share what I would do differently if I took this flight again. My journey started at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. My flight was scheduled to depart at 11:55 at night, so the airport was much quieter than it normally is during the day. Check-in was easy, and security moved quickly because there wasn't many people traveling at that hour. For an international flight, I would still recommend arriving about 3 hours before departure. Even if the airport seems quiet, you need to have enough time to check in, verify your passport, and get through security and find the correct gate. I didn't have any checked luggage on this trip, which made the entire process much easier. Everything I needed for my journey through Asia was packed into my carry-on or on my backpack on my back. Walking towards the gate. I'm going away. So far, everything's been a piece of cake. TSA check-in has been really easy. No one really at the airport. It's really quiet here. I like it. Right now it's about 10:30. The flight leaves at 11:55 and it boards at 11:50. Almost there. Brand new day. STARLUX is a Taiwanese full-service airline based in Taiwan, Taoyuan International Airport. It began passenger operations in 2020 and has positioned itself as more of a premium airline, with emphasis on aircraft design, food, entertainment, and cabin services. The Phoenix to Taipei route launched in 2026, creating a convenient new connection between Arizona and the destinations through Asia. For my entire journey from Phoenix to Bangkok, I paid $510 one way. Prices change depending on the dates and demand, but for a full-service airline and 2 international flights, I thought that was a very good deal. As soon as I boarded, one of the first things I noticed was how beautiful the aircraft was. The aircraft had a modern, premium design and everything felt clean and well maintained. Even before takeoff, the aircraft felt more luxurious than I expected for the price I paid. The cabin design, lighting, and entertainment screens all made a strong first impression. However, this is where I made one mistake. I paid an additional $160 to select a window seat in the extra legroom section for the Phoenix to Taipei flight. Since this was going to be a 14-hour journey, I thought paying a little bit more for additional space would be worth it. But the specific window seat I selected actually felt more restricted than the 2 seats next to it. The shape of the cabin near the wall reduced some of my usable space, and the area around my legs and overhead didn't feel as open as I expected. So based on my experience, I would not pay extra for this particular window seat again. The other seats in the same row appeared to have considerably more open space. If you are choosing an extra legroom seat, don't only look at the extra legroom on the booking page, check the exact aircraft layout and search for the reviews or photographs for your specific seat number. Fortunately, the seat next to me remained empty and the next one was also empty, which completely changed the experience. For a flight this long, I recommend keeping your passport, headphones, charging cable, any medications you need, and a few basic toiletries in the personal item beneath your seat. That way, you don't need to keep opening the overhead compartment during the flight. There are many complimentary items given by STARLUX to every passenger, including slippers, a blanket, pillow, many toiletry items including socks, a dental pouch which includes a toothbrush and toothpaste, earplugs, headphones, and even lip balm. And at 11:55 at night, we left Phoenix and began the approximately 14-hour flight across the Pacific to Taipei. The meals were delicious and better than I expected. The presentation was good and the portions were reasonable. They helped break up such a long journey. Meal choices can change depending on the route and travel date, so your options may be different from mine. If you have any allergy or dietary restrictions, check whether you can request special meals before traveling. It's much easier to arrange that ahead of time than after boarding. The meal service was spectacular. I had noodles with beef, fresh fruit, quinoa with shrimp, and they offer tea and coffee when you're done. The service was also top-notch throughout the flight. The crew was professional, attentive, and welcoming, which made the journey feel more premium. On a 14-hour flight, good service makes a major difference because you're interacting with the same crew for such a long period of time. This was one of the strongest parts of my STARLUX experience, and one of the main reasons I would consider flying with them again. The entertainment system was also another major positive. There was a good selection of current movies along with television options and games you could even play throughout the screen. I still recommend downloading a few movies, music, podcasts, or playlists on your own device before departure. Entertainment systems can occasionally have technical problems, and it's always useful to have a backup. One thing you should know is I did not have complimentary Wi-Fi with my standard economy ticket. I didn't even have the option to get Wi-Fi with my ticket. Wi-Fi was offered in higher cabins on my flight, but it wasn't included on my economy experience. Personally, I prepared for the flight as if I wouldn't have internet. I downloaded my music, hotel information, boarding passes, and all important travel documents before leaving Phoenix. The second meal was just as good. It included chobani yogurt, fresh fruit, rice congee, croissant, also tea and coffee.
And follow the guidance of the ground staff to your connecting flight upon arrival. Thank you for flying with STARLUX Airlines. It has been a pleasure serving today. We hope to see you again soon.
After approximately 14 hours in the air, I arrived at Taiwan's Taoyuan International Airport.
Thank you, 谢谢 Thank you. Thank you, 谢谢 谢谢 Thank you.
My next flight was also with STARLUX, and I had a 4-hour layover before continuing to Bangkok. Because I had no checked luggage, the transfer was simple. I followed the signs, connecting or transferring flights instead of going towards immigration and baggage claims. If your flights were purchased together and you checked a bag in Phoenix, confirm at check-in that the bag is tagged all the way to Bangkok. The final destination on the luggage receipt should say BKK. During an international connection in Taipei, check the airport screens as soon as you arrive. Gates can change, so don't rely only on the information printed on your original boarding pass. Keep your passport and your next boarding pass accessible. Follow the transfer signs and allow time for any required security screening. Taoyuan Airport is large, but I found the connection process straightforward. 4 hours gave me plenty of time, although the layover went more quickly than I expected. During the layover, I paid approximately $60 to access a lounge. This premium lounge had a great variety of food, comfortable seating, and a quieter space to relax before the next flight. After spending 14 hours on an airplane, having somewhere to eat and recharge was definitely enjoyable. Whether it's worth $60 depends on the length of your layover and how much you plan to eat. If you only have a short connection, paying for lounge access may not make any sense. But with the 4-hour layover, it gave me time to have a proper meal, charge my devices, and relax before boarding again. The Taipei Airport definitely kept me occupied during my layover. There was many things to do, including browsing many of their wonderful shops. After the lounge, it was time for my second flight, the final 4-hour journey from Taipei to Bangkok. Always return to the departure area early. The time printed on your ticket is the departure time, not the boarding time, and boarding normally begins well before that. I also checked the airport screens again before heading to the gate, just in case anything had changed. Not only did my flight change, my gate number changed as well. At this point in my flight journey, I'm definitely exhausted. For a 22-hour, almost a full day of travel time, I can't wait to get to my final destination.
Cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play into their amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can't compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in,
Boarding the flight from Taipei to Bangkok was very easy. The same steps applied from boarding from Phoenix to Taipei. Simply show your passport, show your boarding ticket, and find your seat number.
Never slowing down, never moving. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
The second flight was easy and comfortable. Another meal was served, and the food was pretty good on this flight as well. Considering I had already eaten in the lounge, there was definitely no shortage of food during this trip. Things included in this meal were cold noodles, rice with pork, black sesame mochi ice cream, a piece of bread, and also more fruit. Before arriving in Thailand, make sure you've checked the country's current entry requirements and completed any required arrival forms. Keep your passport, hotel address, and onward travel information accessible. Immigration may ask where you're staying and how long you plan to remain in Thailand. Currently, from America, there's a 30-day visa-free entry. Entry forms have always been required, so make sure you fill out those forms when you arrive at the BKK airport, or better, do them beforehand. After a 14-hour flight, a 4-hour layover, and another 4-hour flight, I finally arrived at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport. That made the full journey about 22 hours, not including the time I spent at Phoenix Sky Harbor before departure. Since I traveled with only a carry-on, I was able to go directly through immigration and customs without waiting at baggage claim. If you do have checked luggage, collect it before passing through customs and report any missing bags before leaving the secured baggage area. From the Suvarnabhumi Airport, you can take the airport rail link, use an official metered taxi, or book a ride through an app. For me, I use Grab. This is my favorite app to use in Thailand, and I suggest using the same. So, would I recommend flying STARLUX from Phoenix to Bangkok? Absolutely. For $510, I received 2 international flights, good meals, an excellent entertainment system, and a beautiful aircraft, and some of the best service I've experienced in economy. The biggest disappointment was the extra $160 I paid for my specific window seat. However, it wasn't a big deal because the seats next to me were empty. The 4-hour Taipei layover was easy. Traveling without checked bags made the connection even simpler, and the lounge gave me a comfortable place to relax before continuing to Thailand. Altogether, the journey took about 22 hours from the first flight's departure to my arrival in Bangkok. It's a long travel day, but STARLUX made it comfortable, and I believe the original $510 offered an excellent value. This flight wasn't the beginning of a vacation, it was simply the beginning of a new life in Asia.
Alright, we're leaving the BKK airport, headed to Chinatown. It's a little bit busy here.
I hope this video could help you in any way, and if it did, please consider subscribing and following along as I explore Thailand and continue traveling throughout Asia. That's it. See you on the next video.